Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is part two of my 4762 weathering kind of zebra zombie thing. So what I'm doing here is just adding in the black with a brush, obviously. I've done the airbrushing in part one. What this does is represent 1 hour's worth of work, hour and 5 minutes actually, and I compressed it down to 4 minutes. So what I'm using is obviously a very thin brush, but it's a long brush. It holds a lot of paint. The paint I'm using is just a craft paint, and I'm mixing it with water, just keeping it fairly almost like India ink, a little bit thicker than that. And just what I'm doing is looking over to my left at my laptop. I have a picture open of the side, and just trying to match it as close as possible. Again, not too worried about exactness on this one. It's the overall effect that matters. And I will be following up with another coat on this one. Definitely white, possibly even the reddish color as well. And I'll be softening that up with an airbrush again, just in certain areas where there's, I guess, a really, really fine speckle. I'll use the airbrush. The reason it's taking me so long to get another video up, a part two of this thing, is because I only paint when I really want to. I don't do good work when I'm not in the mood. So if I've had a crazy day and I don't really want to paint, I don't, because I'll just make a mess of things. So I work at my own pace, and I think most of you guys understand that as well. So here we go. I'm feeling in the mood. I think it was from my part one of this series that I actually got my first commission. So I'll be working on three GP9s for a guy in Ontario. So I've started working on the first one. I'll video some of that as well and show you guys what I'm doing there. I think one of them might be, one of them is striped. I don't think it's quite as zombie as this guy is, so won't be that as much work as this. I think this locomotive is probably going to be about 6 hours of paint work, possibly even more. I've already spent, I think I've already spent about 3 hours on this thing, and I haven't even done the other side yet. So yeah, it adds up quite a bit. These are kind of labor of love if you're going to do it. I've also got some rolling stock lined up to do some weathering as well. One's definitely a Sioux-line hopper, one of those 3-bay ACF ones from Atlas. Found some really interesting photographs of that. And I've also got some Procore plastic pellet hoppers that I'm going to do as well. Those will be fairly light weathering, mostly rust work and rust technique. So I guess I'll video those as well. Taking a lot of inspiration from Dan's Railroad 2011 and how he does things. I do my streaking a little bit different than him. I don't like using the what's it called? The paint thinner. The smell of that drives me crazy. So I usually just use water. It doesn't work as well as the way Dan does it, but I'm still experimenting with that, and I'll show you a video of how I get it done.